Welcome. This lesson is on the electrostatic charges, which is a subtopic of electric charge, in Unit 04, Electricity and Magnetism. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to address the following learning outcomes. Describe simple experiments to show the production and detection of electrostatic charges. State that there are positive and negative charges. State that unlike charges attract and like charges repel. State that charge is measured in Coulomb. Explain that charging of solids by friction involves only a transfer of negative charges, which are electrons. What is the electrostatic charge? We experience electrostatic charge in a number of ways in everyday life. For example, when you rub a comb made of certain plastics on your hair, the comb becomes charged. Since a charged object will attract any light uncharged object which is close to it. Then the comb can attract scraps of paper. When you rub a polythene rod or plastic rod with a dry woolen cloth, it becomes negatively charged. When you rub a perspex rod or glass rod with a dry woolen cloth, it becomes positively charged. When two positively charged glass rods or two negatively charged plastic rods are brought close together, they repel each other. However, when a positively charged glass rod and a negatively charged plastic rod are brought close together, the two rods will attract each other. In conclusion, there are two different and opposite types of electric charge. These are called positive charge and negative charge. Like charges repel each other. For example, two positive or two negative charges will repel each other. Unlike charges attract, a positive charge and a negative charge will attract each other. The closer the charges, the greater the force between them. Where does electric charge come from? Everything is made of tiny particles called atoms. These have electric charges inside them. An atom consists of a nucleus and electrons, which is much lighter orbiting the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons. Electrons have a negative charge. Protons have an equal positive charge. Neutrons have no charge. The SI unit of charge is the Coulomb. Electron carries a negative charge of 1.6 times 10 to the power of minus 19 Coulomb. A proton has the same size of charge as electron, but positive. So a proton carries a positive charge of 1.6 times 10 to the power of minus 19 Coulomb. Normally, an atom has equal numbers of electrons and protons, so the net charge on the material is zero. However, when two materials are rubbed together, electrons may be transferred from one to the other. For example, when a plastic rod is rubbed with a woolen cloth. Friction transfers electrons from the cloth to the plastic rod. So, the plastic rod gain electrons, become negatively charged, and the cloth loses electrons, become positively charged. When a glass rod is rubbed with a woolen cloth. Friction transfers electrons from the glass rod to the cloth. So, the glass rod loses electrons, become positively charged, and the cloth gain electrons, become negatively charged. We have come to the end of the lesson. Thank you.